Now, the man who was shot dead by the London police in a terror-related incident has been identified as 20-year-old Sudesh Amman, who had been released from prison in the last few days. According to senior officials, Amman was serving a sentence for Islamist-related terrorism offences. Reports suggest that he strapped on a fake bomb and stabbed at least 2 people in London. He was then shot down by the police, and the attack has been declared a terrorist attack.
The suspect had been recently released from prison, where he had been serving a sentence for Islamist-related terrorism offences. The officers saw that a device was strapped to his body and called in specialist explosive officers and armed officers to deal with the potential threat that posed. Cordons were put in place, and it was quickly established that this was a hoax device.
Now, the Streatham High Road is a busy shopping street in London, and the police have now asked people to stay away from the area. Londoners were also shocked by this stabbing incident.
I think it's pretty strange that these things seem to repeat themselves and happen this often now. I think people are desensitizing to issues like this, which I think is a big concern. It seems pretty similar to what happened at London Bridge a short while ago, and it's pretty scary that it happens in your own backyard.
I'm a bit surprised that they chose this area, because it's not a tremendously busy area, but obviously they're now taking the risk to attack people in different places. And so yes, I'm certainly a bit surprised but not shocked.
British Prime Minister Boris Johnson also tweeted his concern for those injured in the terror-related incident. He said, and I quote, "Thank you to all emergency service responding to the incident in Streatham, which the police have now declared as terrorism-related. My thoughts are with the injured and all those affected." End quote. British Home Secretary Priti Patel also commented on the incident and the lack of legal mechanisms to keep Amman in prison.
Well, there is a police investigation, rightly so, taking place right now. And this offender clearly had some history, some clear history in relation to counter-terrorism offences. And it's right that the police are now investigating that and looking into all of that. But I think I should also just say that, only 2 weeks ago, post the Fishmongers Hall attack that took place in December, I announced a very clear package of measures, basically all aimed at counter-terrorism and counter-terrorist offenders, that we would effectively stop their early release, but also double their sentences, overhaul their licensing conditions, give the police the more support that they needed.
Meanwhile, London Mayor Sadiq Khan also released a statement about the Streatham attack. He wrote, and I quote, "Terrorists seek to divide us and to destroy our way of life. Here in London, we will never let them succeed." End quote. The incident comes just 2 months after police shot and killed a man on London Bridge in central London. The man had stabbed 2 people to death and wounded 3 more before being wrestled to the ground by bystanders. The authorities had called it a terrorist attack.